It were like the gates of hell opened up.
Episode 196?
It is.
Woohoo! I knew! 4 more episodes to the end of Seti Bimco.
What movie did you pick that we're going to talk about?
I chose 1996's Head of the Family.
19 years after Star Wars, George.
Oh, you did the math. Congrats, Tim. I thought that was kind of like normally. No, normally when it's that far past Star Wars, you default towards Passion of the Christ.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But we're going to talk about it after our age-old question about revenge.
Let's hear it, Tim.
George.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Did the secret agent, did he ever get revenge on his bartender who served him so many drinks that he couldn't see straight? Because that bartender said he wanted his drink shaken, not blurred.
That sucks.
I knew you were going to hate that one.
It's Seti Bimco Part 2, The Revenge. The show where we create revenge sequels that nobody wanted.
It was
It's
really
Seti
terrible.
Bimco, Part 2, The Revenge.
Yup.
Or the Seti Bimco Comedy Hour. Hey.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about first? I have so many things.
Oh, let's hear it, Tim. I don't have that much stuff to talk about, so I'm
we do
glad
too.
to.
Oh, we do?
Oh.
Okay. Well, let's do our... Did you... what's new, though, before I talk about things?
What is new? Oh, man. We've done stuff recently, right?
Well, that's what I'm going to talk about, so save it. We're going to talk about another movie, right? Another movie we saw. I have lots to say about it.
Oh,
George and I watched a movie together with other
people.
people.
In my backyard with other folks. Friend of the show, Foofy.
And everybody else.
Yep.
Many people.
Thousands of people. You probably
Can't
heard
name
about it in
them.
the news. No
name dropping.
We don't have fake names for any of those other people. So, yep. But we won't talk about that yet.
Nope. Not yet, George.
What else did you want to talk about, Tim? I'm very confused. I'll tell you what I did this week.
Okay.
So this will tie into this story. Tim has seen me at my lowest. So I suffer. I'm going to come clear with you all. I suffer from a condition known as bunions. Bunions are when like your toe kind of spaces out on the side, like your big toe, and it kind of bulges out. A lot of people have them. It's often it's a genetic thing, but it's exacerbated by wearing like too tight shoes or boots a lot, which I used to do. Especially there's like I'd say there's a good 20 years of my life where I wear nothing but combat boots or hiking.
Why'd
I
you
wear too many
boots
because they looked cool. Too many boots. It was kinky boots, like that musical on Broadway.
Did you write on them?
No. I didn't like to do that. A lot of people would write on them. Yeah, I liked my boots to look pretty shiny. But my toes are fucked up from this. Now, for years, it was only my left foot, but recently my right foot's been acting up. And if you were an avid listener, you'll probably remember me talking about when this began, when I actually sprained my toe on my own sheets when one of my cats ran across my face. Yeah. So this has been going on since then. So recently, and I'll just tell you a little bit behind the scenes here, I was partaking in the completely legal substance in the state of New York. And they'll always tell you, Tim, Coca-Cola. They'll always tell you when you're high on Coca-Cola, don't stretch because your body won't necessarily know when you're stretching too far.
Right.
So let's just say I had drank a lot of Coca-Cola that day. I don't like Coca-Cola because people think it's cocaine. It's marijuana. It was pot.
Okay.
I was pretty fucking high, and I was really stretching the fuck out of my right toe, like bending it. At one point, my wife could tell you, I was actually throttling my ankle like I was choking someone, just making it loose. Doing all this stuff, my foot was so loose, it felt great. But the next day, my toe was fucked up.
It fell off. It was so loose.
Practically. And so when Tim saw me when we saw this movie this weekend, like my foot, I hadn't worn shoes for days because my feet were just swollen. It was just, I never showed you my toe because I respect you, Tim. Unlike you who always makes me seem. Oh, I did? I don't think I did, Tim. No, I don't think I did.
Oh, you did.
Producer Mrs. Lee showed that she has 6 toes, which was news to us all. But I kept on my sock the whole time because nobody wants. Men's feet are disgusting. I don't want to be sexist, but they're lumpy and hairy, and they have corns on them probably.
Same with men's testicles. I want to see men's testicles.
Tim, if you have, I like that. First of all, I don't know if you know this, Tim. We have to have a talk.
Uh-oh.
Women don't have testicles.
What?
I know you had previously suggested as a follow-up podcast for Seti Bimco, test tickling, where you would test tickling people's testicles. I don't think
Shows
women
called
don't have testicles. Yeah, and also I want to tell you this, Tim. What? If your testicles have corns on it, go stop recording right now. Go to the emergency room. You have problems. So yeah, my foot's been fucked up. My foot's almost back to normal now, but I had to invest in like some comfy shoes. I've switched from being a Boots guy to like an all Adidas guy. I got multiple pairs of Adidas. I'm like Run DMC.
Comfy.
Yep. That's been what's been new with me. Also, I threw up my water bottle that I've been using in all the episodes because it started smelling like oil because I think the plastic denatured. So only stainless steel water bottles for me from now on, everybody.
Yeah, no microplastics. Well, as you know, this show could end soon.
And by Ken, will.
Or a big hiatus. Might be a big joke. Like The Who, they broke up and then they had reunion tours for the next 20 years.
And then, what's-his-face was a molester of some sort. Pete Townsend.
Well,
we always forget him. Wasn't he? He was like into like little kid. No, come on, you know. Wait, really?
He said he researched it. I don't know. I don't know what was found out. I'm just saying I don't know much about that. I remember it. So I don't like to accuse or say innocent. I remember something happened. I remember that because when Howard Stern used to be on the terrestrial radio, Townsend had come to the show and he was in the waiting room. And somebody, whether it was, I forget all their names, Baba Booey. I think he said,
he said,
yeah, and he had that trouble with searching, kids on the internet and having, porn on his computers and everything. And they started talking about it. And then when he was in the waiting room and they're like, he left. He heard what you're talking about.
Really?
He left. Yes.
That's kind of
Howard
awesome.
was pissed. He's like, why'd you bring that up?
I'm kind of amazed that you listened to Howard Stern.
Long ago, he was on in the morning.
I figured you were like a Don Imus guy.
Yeah. Well, he got canceled and I had to listen to Howard. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me redo that joke. Yes, I'm a Don Imus fan.
Yeah.
But
I'm with Imus. That was your T-shirt.
I woke up from my coma. Wait, let me try another joke. Okay. So what were we saying? This show ends soon.
Yeah,
and we were thinking of replacement podcasts. Do you have one?
Oh my god, but you never even did what your story was.
What was my story?
You wanted to talk about the movie we watched.
Well, that's after this.
Oh, okay,
right?
All right. Yeah,
Doesn't
the one I came
first?
up with. So okay, here's mine. It's really quick. I didn't come with a go. Seti Bimco Part 2, The Revenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tim chose this because one of the multiple rebrands that this podcast has limped through, he was like, we have to give it something. Like, nobody knows what Seti Bimco is. That's your fault, Tim. So he goes, we give it Revenge because that's a sequel thing. You often say, like, Jaws 2, The Revenge. I think it was Jaws 4. But anyway, so what I'm going to suggest instead, pivoting from Revenge, because you and I just don't have that fire in our bellies anymore. Most of our revenge stories just don't even come near Revenge. I'm going to come up with, get rid of this, Tim, a different sequel idea.
Okay.
Seti Bimco Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Okay. Will it be all dancing?
And that's it. It's going to be a video podcast. And you and I are going to pop and lock and show off our sick moves. We're going to do
sick bunions.
I'm going to spin on my bunions. You're going to spin on your square toes. We're going to film live from Pittsburgh probably.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Seti Bimco 2.
Why Pittsburgh?
Because of the movie we saw this weekend.
We're
being so vague. I segued right out of yours. Yeah. I should have let you go first.
So George, I was lazy this week.
Yeah, you were.
Also, because I thought the most obvious one, what if we changed our podcast name to Conan the Barbarian Needs a Friend? And we just do it as if Conan the Barbarian had a podcast called Conan O'Brien. Conan the Barbarian Needs a Friend.
I think you just showed your hand where you're drawing inspiration from. So who would talk me through a hypothetical episode of Conan? Is it like, does he befriend Belit, the pirate queen?
Well, people
perhaps
come
the
on
Frost Giant's daughter.
Say, I want to be a friend, but I would.
Oh my God, this is already sad.
I want to crush you and see you driven before me and hear the lamentation of your women if you will not be my friend. Yeah.
All right, I like this. So, all right. Clearly, you're doing a Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Yes. My follow-up question is: will you be playing the part of Conan the Barbarian, or will we actually convince Arnold Schwarzenegger to come out of retirement and join us? And in fact, am I part of this?
Yes.
Am I playing like the Matt Gorley part? I'm going to be okay. I love Matt Gorley. Super Ego is the best.
He'd call the Crom food delivery. Say, okay. Conan wants Crom to grant me a corned beef sandwich for lunch, and if you do not listen and do not do it, then to hell with you. Then
all right, stop it. Let's just move on.
With you.
You don't do a good Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. No offense, Tim. I'm sorry.
It's hard.
It's pretty bad
for me.
It's pretty bad.
You think about it too hard. If you didn't think about it.
Yeah. You just have to do it. Give me something to say as Conan. I want to try it now.
He's going to do product placement. And he's going to talk about this magic water spout that tickles Conan in a place only the harlots of Shadizar wants to tickle me.
Okay.
It's a bidet.
All right, listen to me. There's this new sponsor for the podcast this week. It's called Magic Tickler. It's a bubbler. Do they call them bubblers where you come from, Matt Gorley? Please just stop talking to me. Anyway, it will tickle Conan in his area, the area that only the women of, what was it, the harlots of Shadizar have previously tickled. There. So I think no offense, Tim, I'm playing the part of Conan.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah. You get to be you get to be
Sona?
James Earl Jones.
I'll be Sona.
Wait, no, hold on. Are you calling Red Sonja Sona?
No, Sona. Yeah, Red Sona.
Red Sona.
That fits.
Okay.
All right. There's another show.
All right. Let's stop talking about this. It's terrible. Tim.
That was good. I cannot do Conan if I think about it too much.
No, you can't. Tim, I posit you can't do Conan, period.
We did it before. I did a few of them. Remember?
The thing with Conan, Arnold Schwarzenegger is going, and like once you make that noise, you get it.
Yes. I'll try next time.
This is already our most hard to listen to episode. We thought last week's was the worst episode ever, Tim.
No.
In 13 minutes and 45 seconds, we've already surpassed it. Terrible.
Well, I have a lot to say about the movie.
We watched the movie before you kiss your friend. We saw Flashdance together this week, and we played in the backyard. It's wacky. We should do Flashdance as episode 200.
We're doing mini Flashdance right here.
Okay, yeah. All right. Let's talk about this movie instead.
What, Flashdance?
You got something to say, Tim?
Yeah.
You got anything to say?
I did not see it when it came out because that video was on MTV all the time. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I want to listen to REM and Yellow and all the cool bands. And I was like, I didn't like that overproduced stuff. You know, Yellow that had the song in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. I thought you were trying to claim REM had a song named Yellow, and I'm like, I literally thought you were talking about the album Green by REM. I'm like, he's colorblind.
I'm colorblind. Yes. Yeah. But anyway, I had no interest in seeing Flashdance, so that was my first viewing.
Oh and shit! What did you think?
The obvious things that we all talked about was she's 18 and her 34-year-old boss. Like that's the plot, and also they say it in there that she's 18, and if they hadn't said that, I might have thought, oh, maybe she's 25.
Yeah, Tim.
Because if they hadn't said
that has been such a topic. For those of you who don't know, it's the story of a Steeltown girl who on a Saturday night, and she wants to become a professional dancer. She works she's 18 years old, which we were told multiple times in the movie. She works as a welder at a steel mill. She's either dropped out of high school or finished, but we know that she saved up enough money to attend 4 years of ballet school. She has the most amazing fucking loft in the world. I'm like, what sort of life is this person living? And then this 18-year-old girl, and she's a dog named Grunt. And then this 18-year-old girl starts dating fucking 36-year-old Michael Nori, and it's gross. And after watching this, knowing this going in, because I had seen it before, but like really not since it had come out, my wife and I like have probably brought up every day, like, why was that part of the movie? That didn't need to. I get okay. Because I was finally like, all right, she wants to go to ballet school, so she probably does have to be on the younger side.
Yeah.
Fuck the old guy. Why'd you bring him in?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. And like,
just because he helps her at the end, and that's also wrong.
Yeah, and it's weird movie.
It was just music videos because this bar had a different performance every night, which the production values the bar had. Like the bar was like people sitting around uninterested. Then you see the stage and it's like all done up with lights or whatever they need. Water, comes down.
These most amazing, crazy musical numbers every single night. If Mobby's, the bar that she works at, was a real place, I'd be there every night, Tim. Like that would be like just a free bar to sit there and like there's this like world-class shows going on all the time. I'm like, damn.
Yep.
I mean, except for when that comedian guy came on.
Oh, folks, we spotted. Yeah? You going to tell who you spotted?
The comedian. It was actually friend of the show, Foofy, just sitting in the background in a couple of shots is Robert Wool, a.k.a. Alexander Knox from the original Batman movie.
Yes.
He's just like an extra in this movie. Yeah.
The comedian. The comedian on stage. You want to talk about him? He just
if you're of Polish persuasion, never watch Flashdance.
That's all he's got.
Quote unquote comedian, this character whose whole thing is just up there just telling not hilarious. They sucked. No, terribly racist like Polish jokes. It's just like, what the fuck? This was in a mainstream movie. Like I'm actually in today's America, you'd probably get a cabinet position out of that.
Movie it's a baffling movie.
Yeah.
Baffling.
But it's the perfect it's a perfect backyard movie, which I'm going to use as our segue to talk about another perfect backyard movie.
Why is this a backyard movie, George?
Because it's got a lot of stuff to look at. So let me quickly...
Holy shit, you must have took a wrong turn.
Honey, there ain't no turns off this highway.
Well, what's it, Lance? What did you see back there?
I saw the light, honey.
This movie, it was, it's, as I said, it is 1996's Head of the Family. It was directed by a man named Charles Band, although you wouldn't know that from looking at the movie because he's credited in the movie as Robert Talbot. He did under a pseudonym. Yeah. But I think that's because, Tim, this is my own theory. This is a Full Moon Features presentation. They do like the Puppet Master movies and the Doll Man movies and stuff. They're well known. And if you've ever seen the original Wolfman, the original movie, his name was it's something Talbot. So I think he took the name because it's full moon. And,
I thought he took Lieutenant Talbot from The Incredible Hulk because he's such a fan of Incredible Hulk.
Oh my God, he could be. Yes, the erstwhile love interest of Betty Banner.
Yes.
It was written by a guy named Benjamin Carr, and I'll read you the synopsis I got. Lance, the owner of a local diner, is having an affair with Loretta, the wife of a local thug. Lance discovers that a local family, there's a lot of locals in here, right?
Oh, yeah. It's all locals.
Yeah. The Stackpools are a family of mutants, each with a special physical attribute. The family is controlled by Myron, so intelligent he is little more than a head. Lance uses their secret to blackmail the Stackpools with unforeseen consequences.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. That's the kind of gives away too much.
For comic book people out there, the head of the family looks a bit like MODOK. And for people who don't read comics, MODOK.
Wait. What? No, come on. Wait. We have to. We're
MODOK.
We're going.
MODOK shit.
No, I just want to know why you want to call him MODOK.
It sounds more sinister.
No, it doesn't. That sounds like a sound effect of a guy walking down the street like MODOK. All right. For those of you who don't know, MODOK he's been in the MCU, but he sucked. Yeah. But his name is, I want to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tim, mental organism designed only for killing.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think that's it. I think there's been other variations too. I think he was originally like mental organism designed only for knowledge, and he killed somebody. He was created by the terrorist organization AIM. He fought like Iron Man and Captain America and stuff. Real Jack Kirby sort of creation, just a giant head in a suit of armor that floats. This one is just a giant head in a wheelchair. We'll get to it though.
In a wheelchair that never moves.
It moves.
It moved a little bit.
There's a big C where it moves. We'll get to it. All right.
Will we get to it, George?
Tim. Yes, we will. All right.
So
should I start? Because I started it. So first thing I noticed this movie, I would just have to say, this movie is pretty fucking good.
Filmed well.
It's filmed well. It had a dedicated score. Took me a while upon watching this. I'm like, oh, I just realized why this feels like such a real movie to me, because like it opens up with like a shot of their house, the Stackpool's house, and there's like a full like almost Tim Burton. Well, it's not Tim Burton. Who is the guy that does all the Tim Burton movies? Oh, the former lead singer of Boingo Boingo. No, not it's not Brian Eno. No,
Stuart. Mr. What is his name?
Danny Elfman.
Elfman. How can we forget Elfman?
Tim, I've been forgetting names all day. I think I'm entering my senile phase. So it's got like this real score and stuff. It's filmed well. All the actors do a really good job, which is surprising, especially given the copious amounts of nudity. Spoilers. Yeah. So we start off and so we meet Lance. Before we even meet Lance, we just see his diner that he works in. It's just like a greasy spoon. And there's this dude named Howard. Howard's got a beard. I guess he's kind of big, muscular. But he's a criminal and he's just kind of running this place. He's doing business there. He's like meeting with drug dealers just out in the open. And he has his wife, Loretta. He's Howard Oates and she's Loretta Oates. And he keeps saying to her like stuff like, just lay off that ice cream, Loretta. You're getting kind of poochy around the middle. Yeah. And I just want to say Loretta she's like super hot. Not.
So he had other reasons because she's not poochy.
Oh, no. I thought you were saying she's not hot. I'm like, Tim.
Oh, not fat. Like he's saying.
Yeah. So what's the other reasons?
He had other reasons. He was just.
Is this your first list?
Yeah.
God. Okay.
He's tired of her complaining about ice cream headaches. He's also her.
We should have mentioned specifically she was actually eating ice cream in the scene, which we didn't. So.
Oh yeah, she was eating it.
Yeah.
Her favorite flavor reminds him too much of their relationship.
Is it Rocky Road?
Rocky Road, yeah. George has read my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I have a webpage open, most obvious punchlines, and all right, what else, Tim?
He'd rather she get her dairy through milk because he likes drawing mustaches on the pictures of the missing children. That's the kind of guy he is.
That's pretty funny. I mean, at the time this movie came out in '96, they probably still did that, right? We as a country have decided we don't care about missing children anymore, so we don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Those are funny, George. Let's move on. And let me say, I hate that the biker's name is Howard. Shouldn't his name be Lance?
You know, it's funny you mentioned that, Tim, where I was writing my notes because I watched the movie and wrote the notes afterwards. I had the same thing. I'm like, boy, it really seems like Lance should be the biker. But the thing is, unless you think so, and here's the thing. So then after Howard insults Loretta for saying she's getting poochy, she's like, well, I have to go to the bathroom. She goes down to use the bathroom in this place. And then sometime after, Lance, the owner of the diner, is like, I forget what.
I got to go back and polish some dishes.
Is that what he says? I thought he says he has to get potatoes. Anyway.
And get potatoes.
So he goes downstairs, and then we see they fucking Tim.
I got to clean my...
Yeah. So they're just fucking... Howard eventually comes down looking for them, and she pretends that she's in the bathroom and stuff. So it's like they've been having this affair under the nose of Howard the biker, who is a very dangerous man, and it's kind of like this scary thing. Before he comes down and finds them as they fucking, though, the Stackpools arrive, and we meet the Stackpools. There's three of them. There's Otis. There's
he's strong, big and strong. Otis.
Well, we don't know that yet, really.
Oh, you see him.
There's Ernestina. And then there's a guy wearing glasses called Wheeler. And Ernestina is like, I guess, super hot, even though, I mean, honestly, like Loretta was like super hot. Yeah. So,
but Howard says, are you going to say it?
You say it. You have the line. I didn't actually write down the line.
Oh, Ernestine is the most effable lady outside a magazine, even though she is the R word.
She uses the R word. I think it's really cute.
For the first of a few times.
Oh, that word has dropped 50. I mean, it was the 90s, but I think it's funny that you said effable instead of fuckable.
Well, that keeps us out of just, there's, so if someone wants to complain,
Wait a second, Tim, do you not curse in this show?
I guess we have said it. I
think we curse nonstop. I don't think, I'm confused. Okay. So
you want to know the names of some of Howard's favorite magazine ladies? I would have
got another list already. All right, go for it.
Francisco Quincy, that's one of his favorite magazine ladies. Barlow Angola, that's another one. Genevieve Dijon, that's a favorite lady. Wasabi Duck.
Are you naming them after mustards? Is
and
that
hot
the
mustard.
idea?
Oh, sorry. This is just some of his favorite condiments. Sorry, George.
Okay. All right, Tim. Let's pause the podcast.
Let's move on.
What state were you when you wrote that joke?
A very good state.
Did you at any point review? Did you
was.
review the list before reading it aloud? Like,
I did.
I don't know.
Because last week I didn't.
No, you didn't, for sure. Last week, folks, if you didn't hear that, go listen to our worst episode ever. It's great. Yeah, we decided at the time. We kept talking during the...
As I edited it, I realized it's one of the best.
Oh, interesting.
Did you hear it?
Okay. I started this. I listened to a little bit of it this morning while I was washing dishes, but then my wife kept talking to me, so I said, "Shut up! I'm listening to myself talk."
So how about Fidelity? Are we up to Fidelity?
Ooh, I don't.
Well, she comes back upstairs, and they didn't get caught having sex in the basement.
And by she, he means Loretta.
Oh, Loretta
Oates. She's the female lead of the movie, and Lance is the male lead. Just so you know.
Because they're talking about how because Howard doesn't know words. He's like, we're that thing. We date each other,
but we only date one of us.
Yes.
No, he said, where's that date? I think he actually says, what's the thing when you fuck a lot, but it's only with one person?
Oh, okay.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
And she says, it's Fidelity.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We do learn,
Howard wants to talk to Lance. Are we there? Is that what you're...
Yeah, I guess so. Howard... So we learn from the scene that basically Lance and Loretta have been having this illicit affair literally underneath Howard's nose. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's later the same day. It's hard to tell. But Loretta comes up to Lance and she's like, Howard wants to talk to you. And he's like, oh shit, how does he sound? Does he sound mad? She goes, he never sounds anything. I can't tell.
Humana.
So he's over there and he sits down and Howard's at the table in the cafe just making a gun.
Yes.
Being like, trying to save some money, putting the pieces. Oh, we should mention this is all, it's a Southern movie, but it's not really.
Yeah.
I read the woman, Jacqueline Lavelle, who plays Loretta, she was born in Southern California. She did it. Right. She sounds exactly like Rogue from the X-Men cartoon.
Oof. She should do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation.
I bet she did good. I actually looked her up to make sure she wasn't the woman who did the voice of Rogue. I thought that would have been cool, but she's not.
For the cartoon.
But he's sitting there making a gun. Yes. Not Melanie Pinkman didn't even do an accent. Melanie Pinkman sucked as Rogue. And so he's sitting there with this gun on the table, and he's like, "Been meaning to talk to you about something, Lance." And Lance is like, "Look, I don't know what you heard." He goes, "What do you mean? I just want to become your silent partner." How hard? And so basically, he wants to come over and take control of the diner.
He never explained what. I don't know if it was protection racket or what. He's just like,
well, yeah, he doesn't say it, but I forgot her. I just said the actor's real name, Jacqueline Lavelle. Loretta. She's like, oh, a shakedown. She literally says it. He's like, shut up, Loretta. But he's doing a shakedown thing where he wants to get half the profits of the diner, which kind of exacerbates the situation because we learn in the next scene where Lance and Loretta are fucking again that they've been kind of talking for years or however long this has been going on about murdering Howard.
Yeah.
And the whole thing that keeps coming back, like Lance is like, look, it's not the shooting him. It's the fact that once he turns up missing or they find him with a bullet in him, they're going to figure out it's not going to be too long to find us.
Yeah.
So he's got this problem. They want to get rid of Howard, but they don't know how to get rid of Howard.
And Susie is the waitress, and she knows they're doing it. She's like, you should
you
knock
her
it
name.
off. You got to get caught.
I'm looking at a grave waiting to be filled. So we have another scene, and each of these scenes gets a little bit more first time you're watching this, you're like, wait, is this a movie where we're going to see nudity? Because all of a sudden you're like, wait, they're just fucking in a car, and you can see her boobages.
There was no rhyme or reason. Sometimes she had some clothes, sometimes naked.
She seems like an actor who is very comfortable being in a state of undress.
Yes.
And they're driving back from wherever they were having their car thing because they were able to meet up that night because Howard was away beating up people, she said.
He has no car.
And suddenly they almost crash it. They crash into there's a wall. They're like, what the? And it turns out that they're out nearby the Stackpools. And the Stackpools on this highway, They drag out a fake wall occasionally, which this is their mastermind plan. They pull people out of the cars. The guy, it's like an Elvis reference, right? It's like Big Hunk of Love. It was Hunk of Love as his license plate.
Yeah.
And they pull this guy out of it. You see Otis, the big guy, grabs him out, and they take the car behind it. And I don't think Loretta sees this.
No,
because I think she stays in the car, but Lance is viewing all this stuff. And he sees him drag him into the house.
He's like, "You stay in the car. You're a girl. I'll check
Girls
this
live
out."
in cars. Lances walk around.
Yes.
So he sees that the Stackpools are abducting people. And he comes back, and Loretta's like, "You're just going to leave that there? What if somebody gets hurt?" He's like, "Honey buns, I think somebody already done got hurt." And then they drive off, and he's got his whole
cause other
plan.
accidents and questions. Yeah, really.
It's such a bad plan. Like this plan, the Stackpool's idea of abducting people is literally they leave a wall out there. Yeah. And then like this must happen periodically where there's somebody else on the same highway. In this case, it's Lance and Loretta who see it. Like, so, I mean, masterminds. Come back to that.
They used to put birdseed in the road, but, you know.
And what happened to him?
The Roadrunner ate it quick and ran off.
What did the Roadrunner say as he ate the birdseed?
Never mind.
Never mind? Oh, weird. What, is he the Raven? Was it actually a Raven?
Yes, it was. Nevermore.
So the next day, we actually don't see the next day because we come back in and Susie's at the diner, the waitress, and she's like, "Where you been, Lance?" He's like, "I've been working on some business stuff." And we find out what happens. The Stackpools come in doing whatever the fuck they do. And he gets right up to him and he's like, "Look, I'm going to say the R word a bunch of times, but I'm also going to let you know I'm going to blackmail you. Let's talk about this."
You know why he uses the R word so much, George?
Because he has a lack of vocabulary, Tim?
It's what Lance uses the R word a lot. It's what Lance's father always called him when he was a kid trying to teach the family dog to talk.
Okay.
And as a kid, it's the only word. It's the only word Lance was able to teach the family dog to say.
Oh, wow. Can you say the R word in a dog voice?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Ruh-roh, Tim Hamilton got canceled.
And another reason, it's what the family dog called Lance when he tried to teach the family cat to talk.
Tim, that was actually pretty funny. How many lists are there going to be, though? I got to prepare myself.
I got a lot.
Oh, fuck, man. We're not even like...
It's every 2 weeks now, George.
We're maybe 20 minutes into the movie.
Need their 3 hours packed in here once every other week.
Man. So Lance, after he announces to the Stackpools that he's going to blackmail them, this backfires on him because he just gets abducted by them. They bring him to his house.
And can we talk about his pajamas? He had this is supposed to be in the South, and he's like this con man. He's wearing big purple pajamas. Did you notice that?
Well,
like silk.
Yeah, silk. I don't think he is a con man yet. I think up until this point he's been a legit business owner.
But he's a country hick. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's as Loretta says later, he's the slickest guy in this town.
Well,
it's called like Nobbs Hill or something. He's like the only person with a brain, or so we think, because it's full of like some real bottom feeders.
Oh, it is.
So he gets taken to the house by Wheeler and Otis and Ernestina. Yeah. And there Wheeler takes off his glasses and we see for the first time he has giant eyes. Mm-hmm. And then we're revealed to the titular head of the family, who is Myron.
Giant head.
And Myron, like Tim says, he's like a Temu Modoc, like an off-brand Modoc. He's this little he's a little guy with a giant head in a chair. And we learned something, right? They are quadruplets, the four Stackpools, all born from one egg. And as Myron says, and Myron looks pretty cool. This is like they use like kind of the same stuff they do in like Lord of the Rings, where there's like it's on different planes, so he seems like a bigger head, but he's actually closer. It's pretty well done. His makeup looks good. He's like, you would think we'd be genetically similar, but stranger things have happened. So basically, we all have a physical attribute that has been enhanced to an almost superhuman degree.
Like the X-Men.
Like the X-Men, he says. And then he winks at the camera. Oh my God, he is like a Professor X, isn't he?
He is.
He's a bald guy in it, yeah. Otis has the strength of many men. I don't need to tell you what Ernestina has because she's hot. Ernestina, by the way, before I looked her up, she was the only person besides Jacqueline Lavelle to have a blue mark on the on the Wikipedia.
Because she's an adult entertainment.
Yeah, but there was something really funny that she was also involved in, which I forgot. Oh, I don't know. She wasn't an adult entertainer, but she's super hot. And,
is that her power, though?
Yeah.
Just being hot?
just hot. And in this thing, she's so hot that everyone just seems to like kind of be like,
mesmerized,
like mesmerized by her. Even though I will say Loretta's hotter. And then
Otis, by the way, Otis looks like Michael McKean.
Right? He does.
Chubby Michael McKean.
He looked like a chubby, like spaced out Michael McKean. And he's big, but he's not like, I mean, if you're expecting like Arnold Schwarzenegger big, he's just like a big doofus looking guy. And Wheeler has super sharp senses, super sharp eyes and hearing at least. And Myron is the brains of the family, and he's apparently the only one with really brains. He actually uses the other three as puppets.
Yes.
They do have some intelligence. He makes references a couple times to their actual intelligence is buried beneath. So it's like he keeps his siblings in a weird state of like thrall to him.
But why does Wheeler have super hearing with the big eyes? Did he see things also?
Yeah, he definitely has seeing powers, but
I never saw those.
Yeah, you're
That
right.
should be one or the other, hearing or sight.
He should have big. I think they would keep it like Wheeler's the only one who, when you first see him out, like when he's not, wearing his glasses, like he looks like a mutant. Like Otis looks like a big Michael McKean. Ernestina looks like a woman with boobs. Oh, I just remember what it was about Ernestina. She was an adult actress, Tim, and apparently she lied about her age.
Oh dear!
And
Not
did
in this
like
movie.
No, in this movie, before when she was an adult actress. I think she'd retired from this and did like a lot of movies when she was underage. Yeah. And it was discovered when she accidentally produced her real ID on set one time. And it led to a whole big thing in the industry.
I'm sure.
That's not funny. We should probably cut that out. So once after he overcomes the horror of seeing like this terrifying head of the family, that's when Lance makes his big move. So the reason Lance was gone was that he goes, well, suppose and I just took a walk one day and I found a phone book and I looked up a lawyer, just random like. And I said to that lawyer, I delivered to him a letter about like, these Stackpools abducted this guy with license plate Hunk of Love. And you should really take a look because there's a swamp out back. I'm betting it's full of vehicles. And that Myron, the big head's like, very perceptive, Mr. What is his name? It's a funny name. Mr. Lance, we'll just say.
Okay,
and
I don't remember.
So what he does, basically, if Lance doesn't check in with his lawyer every day at a certain time, he will tell them to give this letter to the police, and then they'll come and arrest the Stackpools.
Yes. You've described. You've described Blackmail very well, George. Continue.
Shut up, you. But what he does in exchange, he's like, I have a guy I need to disappear. There's this guy, Howard. I need you. I know you're very good at making people disappear and hiding their stuff in the swamp. I need you to get rid of him. And Myron's like, okay, we agreed to this. And so it's the next night, and Myron's riding his Harley, and he sees Ernestina at the side of the road. He's like, hey, Ernestina.
Howard's riding his Harley.
What did I say?
Myron.
Oh, no, Myron can't ride a Harley. Howard's riding his Harley, sees Ernestina, stops over, he's all like going to get with her, and then Michael McKean punches him out.
Can I say, why Howard doesn't have a gang? If you're a biker and you're in charge of stuff, you need a gang. Howard has no other gang members.
No gang. No, and I mean, really, if we think about it, the cast of this movie is about 8 people.
You know why he has no gang, though?
Oh, okay.
They all quit because he wouldn't let them eat ice cream.
Did we say his last name is Johnson, too?
No.
It's ironic. He had 49 flavors, or however many Howard Johnsons
and
had.
He hated ice cream, yeah. He wouldn't let them see his magazine with the naked pictures of Genevieve Dijon in it. Mm-hmm. And Howard decided that the bike club couldn't afford Bagel Fridays anymore. Oh, man.
This movie takes place in North Carolina, so we can just imagine.
George, it's a joke. Go with it.
I'm just saying you're the one who goes. You've gone in the past on tirades against bagels, so I'm just adding to your.
Kill each other.
Well, Howard got caught.
Yep.
And Head calls Lance and tells him it's done.
Yep.
And we see Lance's bed again. It's odd as bed. It's got a big round backboard. I don't know if you looked at his bedroom.
It's very 70s. Is this the scene where he tells Loretta, and there's a scene where she's just laying there fully nude and they're drinking champagne and it's pouring on her belly? Yeah. It's like,
He says something that confuses me because Lance, the next part of the plot is that Lance gets greedy. He's like, we can get more out of them.
Yep.
But he says, they have all this oil and gas money. Did they ever say they had oil and gas money?
No, that. I feel like there's a missing scene. He says they got all this oil and gas back in the swamps.
Yeah.
They mentioned the swamp several times, but I'm like, okay. So he decides rather than this. So he meets with the Stackpools again, Myron, and he's like, well, I know that you all can afford this. So what do we say, $2,000 a week? Yes. Realized I should have done a current currency Kerner. I did not. Let's just assume that was $1 billion. Yeah.
What is it, George?
I have no idea. No fucking idea. And then that pisses off Myron. Myron's like, okay, we were going to do that once. We also, at some point, we should mention this. We do see in one of these scenes that we see the basement. I think we saw it a bit earlier. And the basement is full of like mutilated people. Turns out that guy, the hunk of love guy they took off, we saw him get strapped to a table and they anesthetize him. What they're doing, which is revealed in Myron's soliloquy when he's talking to Lance when they first meet, he goes, some people are born with only half a brain their entire lives. So I imagine my giant intellect could probably be crammed into a normal body. So basically they're abducting people looking for the perfect host body to stick Myron in because he's got this little stumpy body that he can't control.
That never really comes to anything, but yeah.
No, it just that there's a basement full of all these people who are like
being fed
potatoes. There's this one woman they're being fed potatoes. There's this one woman who keeps saying snow, 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 and like there's people like gruesome special effects. Like it's pretty gross. It's actually kind of an upsetting scene. I looked
into this scene.
Yeah, let's hear this list, Tim.
Why that lady said snow all the time?
Oh wait, I actually I was saving it for later. But I did have a list for this one. Go on, Tim.
Okay. We'll save yours.
Let's hear yours.
She's a fan of Mark Snow, who composed the theme song to the X-Files. Nice. Okay. She was trying to name all the forms of precipitation, but could never get past snow.
Okay. That works, too.
Snow is her favorite Edgar Winter tribute band. It's a band made up only of little piles of cocaine.
Nice.
Snow.
Is that all three?
Yeah.
I'm going to have my fourth one. She was actually originally she was just saying it's no problem over and over again because we learned later she's an actor in a play and he's like, can you do it? She goes, it's no problem. But while she kept saying that repeatedly, Myron warged into her head.
Oof.
Just like in Game of Thrones.
Yes. Oh.
And so she just says snow, just like Hodor. Yeah, shut up. All right, that's my list. Boom. Got out of the way.
That's it? One?
That's it. I wrote a list of one. I was going to make a big deal of it. It was actually too close in time in the movie to the actual list I wrote. So and also I couldn't think of anything funny. It is funny though. I did almost have a Myron Winter, whatever the fuck his name was, because I looked up disambiguation of snow.
Oh, Edgar Winter Band. You looked at it too.
Yeah, it came up in Wikipedia. I was like, I don't know much about them.
He's your favorite.
He's my favorite.
I think they sued DC Comics because they drew them in a Western comic. Is that true? Winter Band? Might be the wrong band.
Maybe it's Leonard Skinner. And DC Comics made their plane crash.
Producer Miss Lee, do your job. Get back to me about that.
Fuck.
Hello, this is your producer, Miss Lee. Yes, according to artists and brothers John and Edgar Winter of the Edgar Winter Band, famously sued DC Comics in 1996. DC Comics published a Jonah Hex comic book miniseries that featured two villainous, half-worm, half-human characters named Johnny and Edgar Autumn. The Autumn brothers were drawn with pale faces and long white hair, obviously a nod to the Winter's albinism and signature stage appearance. DC Comics won the lawsuit.
All right, so he starts getting the $2,000 cash, and Myron is like, well, we need to find out who this lawyer is. So he sends Wheeler to listen in. So Wheeler's senses are so sharp that he hangs out in the alleyway next to Lance's house, and he hears him call the lawyer, whose name I didn't write down. And then he discovers the lawyer has a question he asks him, like, what's the name of your childhood dog? And it's Elvis P. Resley.
Yes.
And he goes, okay. And then he also, Wheeler hears about the existence of Loretta. So next scene we have Lance is hanging out in the bed that Tim was really disturbed by, wearing his silky pajamas. And he's talking on the phone with Loretta. And he's like, oh, hold on, I got to go. They're making the drop off. And in walks Ernestina. And she just starts, she takes off her top and she starts licking his foot, which is weird.
Yes.
And then Michael McKean punches him.
It was disgusting.
A big bunion. He's like, I was stretching too much and I hurt my foot. Michael McKean punches him out.
Yes.
Then we cut to Loretta's house and she's sleeping also with her boob out. And Michael McKean walks in and he goes, pretty girl.
Yep.
And he just kind of picks her up and carries her off. Then we're in the house and he's strapped up. Lance is strapped upside down on a table.
Is this when Lance repeats his daddy's saying, only a dummy kills the milking cow? Do you remember this?
He does say that.
Why did he say that? Oh, he doesn't want to kill. He doesn't want to turn in Myron because he's milking him for money.
But so Myron's like, oh, and also there was a third thing. Wheeler and Myron and maybe Ernestina go to the lawyer, get the letter, and kill the lawyer and punch out his secretary.
Yes.
So they've got full control of the situation now. So now he doesn't have any more of his leverage. He's strapped upside down on a table as they're talking to him. And he's like, oh, actually, there's one more thing. You think I wouldn't? Because it turns out Lance is actually pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
He also called a second lawyer randomly. And the second lawyer is supposed to check in with the first lawyer periodically. And if he sees if anything happens to him, like he disappears or is killed, then he's also supposed to like take a copy of this letter to the police.
Yes.
So Myron's like, well, now I'm gonna have to torture you. And they pull out Loretta, who's also there.
Yeah, they went.
She's like, Lance, help me. And Myron lets slip that Lance actually was fooling around with Ernestina. So she's pissed. She's like, fuck you, Lance. And she decides that she's going to use her wiles to turn on Myron.
That's right.
And she's like, Myron, I'm always drawn to smart men. That's why I was with Lance. He's the smartest guy around here. But obviously, you're way smarter. And like you could kind of see Myron's like, duh, I'm just a big stupid head. And she pulls her top down and like he sticks his tongue out and it's like 6 feet long and he licks her boob.
It's 6 feet long, like Jabba the Hutt.
Or like Toad from the X-Men. It is like Jabba the Hutt.
Or like Gene Simmons from Kiss.
She licks his boob, but then she's like, so what do you think? Could we be partners? And the whole time Lance is behind her going like, Loretta, you're making a fool of yourself. And she's like, shut up, Lance. And then Myron's like, how could I possibly have time to engage in carnal pleasures with you when I'm too busy trying to take over the world? Like this guy, this mastermind, this supposedly he's the brains of the family. And the extent of his brains is using his 3 siblings to put.
I know.
Like
I said they didn't really go into this.
To
plot.
put walls in front of. No, like you're trying to take over the world. Like you're all like in your like 40s or 30s at least, right? And like all you've been doing is abducting people randomly from cars, not particularly cleverly. Just a random podunk saw you.
It was the 90s, George. He'd just been watching Pinky and the Brain.
It's funny you mention that because he kind of sounds like the Brain.
He does.
You know? And he kind of looks like the Brain, really.
He didn't even know who Elvis P. Presley was.
No, he didn't get the joke.
No.
He's like, does the P stand for penis? Why did I say that to him?
Speaking of Elvis.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What?
Did you hear about the Elvis-themed tribute band made up of lean cuts of beef?
Mm-hmm.
They were
Is it called the Hunks of Burning Love?
They were called Love Me Tender Loin.
Did you hear about the other one that was entirely composed of hunting dogs, and it was called the Hound Dogs?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
No,
then
it was
they got
made up of only one hound dog, George. It was called.
But then he got caught in a
You
trap,
ain't
and he
nothing.
can't get back because he loves you too much, baby.
You lost me there.
This sucks.
It's a tribute band made up of one hound dog, and it's called You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog. Yeah.
But no, they should have called it Blue Suede Shoes.
Why? Is the hound dog wearing them?
Maybe.
Did the hound dog eat them?
Who? Maybe.
Okay.
Hound dogs do a lot of stuff, Tim.
George, I had a spot here for your currency corner. It cost
for what?
$88.60 to take a bus to Raleigh, North Carolina, because that's where them boys went to kill the lawyer. Remember? They did a whole scene. It cost $88.60 to travel. Where do they live? I don't know from where.
They live in They do say it's North Carolina, but I don't know where.
So they went to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yep.
So you got to look that up. We'll insert it later, I guess.
Wait, should I really do it? We should also do the 2000 then.
No, just this one.
No,
Nope. $60 to ride the bus. I wonder what that costs.
Now, Tim, is that for each ticket or is that?
I think
for
he said
all
each.
3?
I think he said each.
All right. So, and we decided this movie was 1996.
Mm-hmm.
George's current currency corner. And let's see. Tim, you want to know what that costs today?
Well, with the gas prices, probably $2,000.
$191.10.
Ooh.
Yep.
Cheap.
And since
that's
we
if the
can
bus
insert
has
this
no
later,
gas.
let's insert this earlier. Tim, Lance is extorting them for $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
How much do you think that his spending power from 1996, $2,000? What is the equivalent of that today, Tim?
Probably $3,000. Or
actually, yeah.
No.
Or
$3,000.
Too low, Tim. It's actually $4,313.73. This has been your installment of George's Currency Kerner. Another one later this episode.
Miss Lee, put that back where it belongs at the beginning of the show.
Hello, this is your producer, Miss Lee. No, I'm not doing that.
Man, Miss Lee is getting really talked to. All right. So they decide, so Myron's like, okay, well, I need to start torturing you all to get the name of the second lawyer. And he goes, but let's do it with a little style here. And he takes them into this room. Actually, you don't see Loretta. She's been carried off. But he lets Lance off the chair he's been strapped to. And they're in this, it's this theater, like an old theater. And he's like, yeah, this is from my great-grandfather's day. Kind of hinting this family's been here for a while and probably inbreeding and shit. And he goes, do you know that, what's his fucking name? What Booth?
Lance? Booth? Wilkes Booth?
John Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth played here. He performed Hamlet. And Lance is like, is that before or after he killed Lincoln? He's like, after they shot him, you fool. Tim, here's my list.
Yay. Is it all about John Wilkes Booth?
No, it's other presidential assassins who played this stage and what their roles were. All right, you ready? All right. Number 1, Charles de Gouteau, the assassin of James Garfield.
Okay. He
sang a cover of the Boomtown Rats song, I Don't Like Mondays, on that stage. Garfield, get it?
Oh. I thought because he was shot on a Monday.
Well, I don't.
But Garfield, I like that too.
Garfield, yeah. Well, this is a hard one to pronounce. Leon Kazalgiz, the assassin of William McKinley. He sang a song of his own composing called "Anarchy in the USA." There, the joke of that is he was an anarchist. That's
I think I know that.
Yeah. Number 3.
Of course, I know that.
Of course, you know that, Tim. You're old. Number 3, John Hinckley Jr. did a one-man production of "Silence of the Lambs" there in order to impress Jodie Foster.
Thought he'd play her.
He played her and everyone else. Yeah.
Wore her skin.
Yep. Lee Harvey Oswald was going to perform the Taming of the Zapruder there, but he was shot by Jack Ruby. But luckily somebody else stepped in and actually did it from the grassy knoll. Yep. And number 5, Donald Trump played something by ear. Because you remember he's
not technically an assassin, George.
He also wasn't technically assassinated. Some might say it was fake. Ears don't heal, people.
I think it was real, and it's just Joe Biden pretending to be Trump all over again.
Oh man, that'd be pretty weird. That's why Trump, who claims to be 6'3", is clearly like 5'9", because he was an inch shorter than China's president, who's 5'10". Oof. All right. And this is where we learn that Loretta is being drafted. Yeah. I need what?
You need George's height corner.
George's height. Oh, we should start.
George's
maybe that'll be the replacement. George Measures Celebrities corner.
Yeah.
Loretta has been drafted to play the part of Joan of Arc in the play because they're playing Joan of Arc. And the previous actress can only say Snow. So that's where I was going to do my list, but Tim already did it. So
they say the R word again here, by the way. Just a note.
They say
Somebody
it like 5 times. They say it like 5 times here. If folks, I think this was actually a really fun movie. But if hearing the R word is a deal breaker for you, your deal is broken like 20 times in this movie. So they bring up on the stage, and this is where he actually reveals, like, Lance is like, who's going to play the part? Your brother and sister? Brothers and sisters?
He's
like,
so slow.
Their intellects are too subdued. I'm going to have my mental patients do it. So all these people with various gaping head wounds are out there reading parts of this Joan of Arc play. Mm-hmm. And Loretta is made to be the part of Joan of Arc. And she's reading it, and she's doing a pretty terrible job, which makes her some funny scenes. But then they tear her clothes off and tie her to a stake.
Yeah, she's just naked
and they're
going
to burn her. She's just naked there for the rest of the scene. Occasional co-host Kevin Cablasto. You can see everything.
Did you check out that guy on IMDb? Was he there?
Which guy?
Marking the time when she's naked, when she's half naked.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I should have. That's a reference to previous episode was Embrace of the Vampire.
Yes.
Some fucking maniac went and had a minute by minute breakdown of every scene where you could see Alyssa Milano naked and like what parts. And it was nuts. Yeah. I assume
there's some other guy in this
today.
movie giving you the exact timestamp of when they say the R word.
Yeah, actually, if you're doing timestamps of every time you see every time you see Loretta naked in this movie, you see her a lot.
Yes,
she probably well, and that's wait. Okay, so they're gonna burn her, and she's on fire, and she's screaming, and Lance is like, oh, but he doesn't want to say anything because he knows no matter what he says, they're gonna get killed anyway.
Yeah.
But luckily, Michael McKean, aka Otis, who he'd seen before, he was like, pretty lady. He's like, pretty lady can't be burnt. Pretty lady can't be burnt. And Myron's like, no, Otis. And Otis goes and he pushes aside all the people with the head wounds, and he grabs her and carries her off. And then in short order, Tim, you did say earlier that we never see the wheelchair move, but we see Myron taking off down the hallway.
A little close up.
And then Lance comes up behind him and steers his wheelchair to the stairs and fucking flings him down the stairs. And it's funny.
Yes, it's a big dummy.
With a giant head, little body, goes flying downstairs. He's like laying there bleeding. And then this is just so the house is on fire because Otis caused a fire. He takes them through like that place where all the other people are being kept with the head wounds, and they see briefly Howard, who's missing an eye now, but it seems like he's like a nice guy.
Yes,
he's like, Loretta, what's happening? And she's like, oh, hey. He's like, I'm confused. She's like, yeah, I bet. And Otis carries her off and leaves him there. And then back in the house, Lance is trying to make his escape, and he sees Ernestina again. He's like, oh, hey, Ernestina. And he goes over, and then Wheeler comes out and stabs him a bunch, and he dies. And I guess he kills Wheeler.
There wasn't much blood in this movie. There was barely any blood. If you noticed.
I mean, there was the really gruesome special effects of everybody with their head open.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, he's getting stabbed with the thing, and there's, like, no blood. And there's a little bit of blood coming out of Myron's mouth when he gets thrown down the stairs.
Because Lance pushed him down the stairs, right?
Yep.
Because he calls him Big Brain. I don't know if you noticed that.
No.
Yeah. Myron's like, no, that's Reed Richards' nickname. But he does call him Big Brain.
He does call him Big Brain. He says, it's clobbering time. Then he says, flame on when he burns the house down. It is funny. You know, like, their thing is they all have superhuman powers. Myron's trade-off is Myron is honestly not quite as smart as Lance. I feel like Lance has him. So Myron's big trade-off to be this little tiny guy with a giant head, he's reasonably intelligent, but he's not like super intelligent. I don't know how he's going to take over the world. Like Lance basically has him outwitted throughout.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, everyone's dying. And so like Myron's laying there dying because he got thrown downstairs. And like, it looks like Ernestina just sits next to him. And then we cut to outs.
They leave the house.
And it's Otis and Loretta. And the whole house is burning. You hear people screaming inside. Sounds like a woman, so it's presumably Ernestina. And she's just like, well, isn't that great? Howard's gone. Now Lance is gone. Not that I would have taken him back. She goes, I guess it's just you and me now, Otis. And she goes, wait a second. You Stackpool's got all that money.
So we think oil, gas.
Oil and gas
gold,
that we somehow know
silver.
about. Yeah, gold. Yeah. So next thing we have is they're before a judge who looks very nervous. And he's like, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? And Loretta's like, yes, I do. And he says, and do you take this woman to be your wife? And he goes, like, and that's close enough. And he goes, you may not kiss the bride. She's like, we're not going to do that. But she thinks she's won because she's going to control the money. But then they start laughing, and he starts laughing just like Myron.
Oh, is that what he was like? I thought it was just a weird ending. I didn't catch just like Myron.
I interpreted it that he was laughing like Myron, that Myron was still alive somewhere and in control of him.
But he just laughs and the movie ends.
And the movie ends, and that's how it ends.
And yeah.
Yep.
You enjoyed it more than me, I think, because I thought it was a lot of lost opportunities. Because Howard just gets killed on the road, and I thought it'd be more fun if he found out that Howard. I mean, Lance was sleeping with his girlfriend, and he was going to kill him, and then they.
From a dramatic point of view, you're right. Like the whole Howard, who he's a very prominent character, like the first act of this movie.
Yeah.
With the exception of a couple brief scenes where we see him like wandering around, brain damaged, he's like diffused entirely as a threat.
I know the movie's kind of humorous, but
it is a bit of a comedy, and I would say that Mr. Talbot was probably a lot more interested in being like, how about we put another full frontal scene of Jack and Novell in there?
Another movie that was 3/4 of the way to being just porn. Some weird porn.
No, there was very. Oh my God. It was you know what? There was definitely a lot of not safe for work stuff. But yeah, I will say, like, the thing is, it had a score. It had really good production values. The actors were all very good in their roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like a trauma film that wasn't inept.
And less gore.
I guess so.
Now we have the part of the show where Tim and George talk about how this movie is like Star Wars and Labyrinth.
George, in this movie, how is this like Star Wars? We saw Myron stick his long tongue out and he licked Loretta's body. And of course,
just like, yeah.
Well, in Jedi, we know that Jabba the Hutt, he licks Princess Leia, right? With that big ugly tongue.
Does he, or does he lick Ula? Or Una, whatever fucking name is.
Well, either way.
I think he does try to decorate. Yeah. Anyway, his tongue comes out when she chokes him.
We're talking about Star Wars, the first one.
Yeah,
either
which
way.
he's not in unless you're talking the special edition.
In Star Wars, we know there's a scene cut out that had Jabba the Hutt, and it involved him talking to Han Solo and how he owed him money and all that. And part of that cutout scene is Han Solo does what Loretta did. He takes off his jacket, shows Jabba his chest, and says, maybe we can exchange some physical favors if you let me go. And Jabba stuck out his big long tongue and licked Han's chest, and it was all really weird because Han Solo has really long floppy nipples. I don't know if you know that. Because as you said, these people aren't humans, so he just has these long floppy nipples.
Yeah.
So that's how it's like. And effectively, Jabba the Hutt licked Han Solo in that outcut.
All right, so
that outtake. It's called an outtake, George.
Outtake, yeah. You know, they put it back in the special edition. You ever see that?
Yes, you see him lick his nipples.
Yep. So to counter Tim's dubious knowledge of Star Wars, the movie he incessantly brings up, I like to say how the movie is like 85, maybe 86, maybe 84, maybe 87. Who knows? Labyrinth by Jim Henson. Yeah. So there was many references to the swamp being full of gas.
Oh, that's right, George.
It's like the bog of eternal stench, Tim.
Okay.
Smells bad. That's it. Smells bad. I wanted to keep it short.
By the way, you would love to know this.
Yeah.
Most recent episode of Conan O'Brien, not that he needs a plug, he talks to a woman who...
that is great. Oh, wow. He talks to a woman?
Who takes care of the Muppets in a museum. Not the one in New York. It's another Muppet museum, and I forget where it's at.
Huh.
But she has a lot of...
doozers.
Dark Crystals. What's that movie you like?
Dark Crystal or Labyrinth?
Labyrinth.
Oh my God, Tim.
He has a lot of Labyrinth stuff, and Conan revealed that early in his career, he got the throne from the movie. They gave it to Harvard when he was there, and they took it to Harvard and they stuck it in his house, and he says it's still there. So the throne.
I wonder if it's the Hasty Pudding Club or something. But didn't he go to that?
I think you'll have to listen to it. Did you ever hear this
Years
guy?
Ago.
Conan O'Brien? He's got a podcast. Check it out.
He's a barbarian, right?
Yes.
Years ago, Tim, maybe I've told this in the story. This is like in the 90s. I got to tour the Jim Henson, their headquarters when it was in the Upper East Side. It was in a townhouse.
I don't think you told me that.
Oh, and so you would go in and like they had actually the first 2 rows of seats from the Muppet Show. The actual set was there.
Oh, nice.
And they had painted a big mural with all the like the Muppets in the seats and stuff. And like you could see Jim Henson's office, which had like a stained glass window where the top panel was Bert and Ernie and the bottom panel was Jim Henson and Frank Oz with their hands. And then tying in with what you're just telling about, they had one of the thrones from the Dark Crystal and you could sit in it. And somewhere there's a picture of me, this is before there was computers. So it's like in a box. There's a picture of me sitting in that throne.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
You know what? Somebody's going to break that sitting on it. Come on.
Oh, I'm sure it's. Because now they're doing those Muppet tours in Queens. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, they're doing like you could go see Muppet stuff now, but now it's like $150 for tickets.
Oof.
Yeah, which I'm like, that's a lot of money, so I'm not going to do it. But I did speak to someone who did. I'm like, was there a throne from Dark Crystal? They're like, I don't think so. I'm like, yeah, because some fatso broke it sitting in it.
To bring this back to Muppets and Conan again.
Yeah,
Back to Conan.
Yeah.
This reminds me, when you talk about tours, I sent you a film. I know you watched it, a little clip of Conan's old show. And he went on a tour of where they make G.I. Joes. Do you remember this?
This is a long time ago you sent me this,
But
right?
the reason I sent it to you was, like, he got to go visit where they make G.I. Joes, and you could tell the people that work there, they seem to be made of wood. They're like, I don't care you're here. I'm not going to laugh. I could see Conan struggling. Remember? You said something about the G.I. Joe
a long
people.
time. Yeah.
He tried so hard, and I could tell they were like, who are these people who are just like, they could care less?
Drips. This is well. I
thought
think
they'd be
Cobra,
fun people making toys.
I think Cobra's taken them over.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't know what that is a reference to.
Cobra. Yeah.
Folks,
I know G.I.
Joe. Name one G.I. Joe character.
Smokey Sam.
No.
He teaches you not to smoke.
No.
Sailor Jim.
There was a sailor. Do you remember his name? Do you remember his name?
Sailor Jim.
Nope.
Uppity William. No. He's always mouthing off.
Actually, all right.
Stop it. Uppity William.
Name a Cobra character. Name one member of Cobra.
The Black Rattler. He's got a black mask on his face. He's got a little pointy thing sticking out of his ass.
You know what's so offensive about this? Our good friend Foofy actually did a G.I. Joe comic series.
And I read it.
And did you? Did you?
Uppity Jones was... He really captured Uppity Jones with all his phrases he kept saying, and the guys in charge are like, knock it off, Uppity.
We should probably cut this whole sequence out.
Why?
Because you said...
I'm just about to...
We've given too much information
Foofy.
about
Foofy.
Care. I care. I want people to know it's him. All right, should we do a sequel?
Yes.
All right.
Putting Uppity Williams in my sequel. I love that guy.
Okay, let's do it.
Wherever you are, wherever you're hiding, I'll find you.
Revenge.
All right, I'm going to pick up.
I got to rewrite some stuff. George, start your story now.
Now, okay. All right, so here's the thing, right, Tim? So I even mentioned this up front. A lot of our sequels don't really go into revenge territory.
Oh, all of them do.
This one might not. All right, so we pick up Otis and Loretta, right?
Oh, really?
They're together now, and yeah, they're together, and like it's weird. Like I interpreted him laughing at the end that there was like a Myron influence there. And she kind of looks weird, like maybe there's Myron, but she's not really sure. But she knows this. Otis is suddenly a lot more together than he seemed before.
I'm smart.
And he says it's actually, he actually even explains, like, look, my brother was controlling me. I was kind of submerged. Look, I'm not as smart as him, but I know a few things.
But I'm smart.
Because I know this.
He knows pretty
We
good.
have a lot of money now from all that oil and gas and stuff, right? And my house burned down. We need to get out of here. And then he goes, here's the thing.
Get out of where?
I've been listening, North Carolina.
Okay.
They're going to move someplace. I start new. He's like, too many people know the Stackpool's here.
They're walking.
No, they have money now. They got lots of money. They take an $88 bus ride.
Okay.
But he's been listening to this new sort of entertainment method called podcasts.
Oh, no.
And he discovered this one called Seti Bimco.
It's funny.
Oh, jeez.
And he's into it because it talks about like, you know, like how hard it is to be a teenager and stuff. And he's like, I remember being a teenager. And as he listens, it's gradually changing. It's gradually changing.
For the
and like the first, well, no, definitely not. It's definitely deteriorating.
You helped me bury my third.
The first co-host has to step aside due to some sort of crippling addiction to olive oil.
I like the John episodes.
And this new guy comes on who's really nasally, and sometimes this other guy comes on who's also really nasally. And you can't really tell them apart, really. There's who knows who's hosting this show. But the one constant is Tim. And the one guy, Tim, he really starts looking up to Tim. And Tim starts mentioning, as the episodes progress, he starts dropping this factoid that, like, Florida doesn't have elevators.
They weren't invented there until the late 60s.
For some reason, there was just no elevators in Florida.
They all fell down.
They all fell down. They just like, and so these people from North Carolina, these children of the swamp, so to speak, the Stackpools have an instinctual distrust of Northerners, so they ain't moving up north. They move down to Florida. He's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to create an elevator company.
They take the bus?
Yes, they take the bus. No, they actually take a nice car. They buy a car.
A Toyota Corolla.
Right.
They move down to Florida. He's like, I'm going to bring elevators to Florida. And he's going to call it the Otis Elevator Company.
No.
But here's the thing. He discovers that the name's already taken. So he's like, okay.
I was going to say.
So instead he comes up with a name. He's like, okay, we can't call it Otis Elevator Company. Instead, we're going to call it the Otis. Where did I write it down?
Otis.
Oh, the Otis
Company? Otis Ababa? Mr. Luthor.
Superman movie reference George does not get.
What? Are we going to
No.
Otis
Let me
Ababa?
tell my story. He calls it the Ascending Incline Machines.
Okay.
Yeah, so he creates Otis Ascending. And the reason aside from the fact he sees this hole in the market, he remembers how his brother was killed. His brother was thrown down the stairs. His goal is to bring like a set of elevators to every single house in Florida, so no one need ever die the way Myron did before.
Motivation.
Yep. So the ascending, inclining machines, it doesn't take off because you know what, Tim? In Florida, all the houses are just one story, so it doesn't just do well. So and about this, Loretta's been sticking with this whole time because she still has a meal ticket.
Right?
They're loud.
They squeak.
Are you doing sound effects? Yeah, they squeak. They make a noise when they go up a floor that sounds like babies crying.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a terrible sound.
Yep. So he's like, nobody's buying these ascending incline machines, right?
Nobody.
Or AIM for short. Yep. So that's about the time that Loretta, who's been really suspicious, she's like, Otis really seemed like he was a dummy, and like he said he just reclaimed himself, but he seems really smart. And plus, I noticed he keeps sitting in this like wheelchair, and like he doesn't need to. And that's when she finally realizes, this is like the big dramatic point in the movie, that he is actually under the thrall of Myron.
Oh no! And that's
Myron has survived. Yeah.
And that wheelchair is squeaky. Can't take it.
Wheelchair is so squeaky, and also Tim,
yes.
it sounds like a goose farting.
Okay.
Yes, make that sound effect, smart guy. And so finally, in a big confrontation, Loretta, she's nude, of course. I don't know why, but she's definitely nude.
Oh, yeah.
There's fire everywhere.
Clothes got ripped off.
And she's confronting Otis, and he is assumed in his wheelchair that he's in. It becomes like an armored wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he has a new name.
Uh-oh.
And the name is MODOK. And MODOK stands for the Myron Otis Duo is okay. And it's the head of AIM, and he goes and fights Iron Man. Yep, and Tony Stark flies down and carries off Loretta, and she's naked, and she's like, ew. And then that's how the movie ends.
I am Iron Man.
I can't afford Iron Man sound effects. So just some rocket effects go in there.
Yeah, I'll do them.
Boing, bong,
Can you do a clanky iron outfit that we would have on?
clinky, clink.
Wait, hold on. Let me do some clanks. You ready? You ready?
Sure. Wow.
That's him punching the fuck out of the Myron Otis Duo. Okay.
Guess what? Yes.
What?
Yay. That was a good
Yay.
story.
It was good. It's my best story ever.
Revenge.
You're right. You know what, Tim? In my notes, it did, and I came up with that part. I actually wrote stuff this time. Yep.
It was my music. So my story.
I hate this song. Yep.
It starts at the end like yours did, George.
Ooh.
Otis, he just starts laughing and laughing, and Loretta's
Is this a sound effect? You can do the sound effect of the laughter?
Sure, I'll put it back there.
Here it is.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Okay.
It's good stuff. This is good stuff.
Otis, he's laughing,
Does he own an elevator company?
Not yet.
Is he going to Otis Audubon?
He might.
Is his best friend a small dog named Milo?
Nope.
Okay.
First, he just keeps laughing. And Loretta's like, well, okay, maybe he'll stop eventually. He just never stops laughing. And
Oh my God, how long is this going for?
well, they go to L.A. on their honeymoon, and they ended up in the audience of what was meant to be a serious TV show called Everyone Loves Raymond. But Otis was there laughing through the whole thing. And it was contagious, and everybody else laughed. And they're like, I guess this is a comedy.
They pivoted.
Yes, they pivoted. And then Otis and Loretta went to Loretta's mother's funeral. And he just laughed and laughed. He kept laughing like he had been. But luckily...
How did she die?
She used a damaged... What was your call?
VHSM?
Yes.
It was
a defective elevator. It wasn't.
Mine was. I was calling it the ascending incline machines, or
Yes.
AIM for short.
The ascending incline machines. She bought one of those, and it was defective, and it crashed.
And it cut her legs off.
Cut her legs off. She lived.
Was she in a wheelchair?
Another 3 years after that, and then she.
No.
And then she was in a wheelchair, but it was made by AIM, the same people that made the elevator. And,
Oh my God! Crossover.
The brakes didn't work, and she went down a hill right in front of a train.
Not the stairs.
A trolley. The trolley cut off her arms. She lived another
God.
2 years after that.
Oh my God! Then what happened, Tim?
She just died in her sleep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
So
A pillow fell on her face.
Otis is still laughing and laughing. But luckily,
As well he should.
Loretta's mother was buried next to a nitrous oxide factory that had a leak. So, everyone was laughing. They didn't notice.
Okay. He didn't even stand out then.
No, luckily. Then he went to see Theo Von do his stand-up and laughed and convinced,
Is that a real person?
Yeah. Convinced people he was funny. But Otis is always laughing at him, so people are like, I guess that guy's funny.
I guess.
So, anyway, maybe cut that
That guy
one
looks
out.
like a nozzle. Yeah, the guy looks
So
like a
at
nozzle.
their house, they're laughing on the porch, and an older lady in front of the house slipped on a banana peel, and she broke her leg, and Otis kept laughing and laughing, but nobody noticed because it was during Otis and Loretta's daily tickle fight. They were both laughing.
Oh, so they've really gotten closer in like a real.
Yes,
Like
She's
they're making this.
accepted it.
She just married him for money, but they're having full on tickle fights. That's-
Having fun.
Yeah, is it because they've been listening to that new podcast that replaced the one he used to listen to, Seti Bimco? It's called Testicles.
Testicles,
Okay.
he loves that show.
Testicles. Yeah. Okay. All right.
So then George, finally,
Uh-huh.
they go visit New
Oh,
York City.
that's when he heard a sound that sounded like 50 or 60,000 people screaming at once. Yeah.
Screaming out
yeah.
pain. We're suddenly
Yeah.
silence.
And suddenly silence. Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Then George,
Sound effect theater.
they go to New York to visit New York. That's September 2001.
Wait, I'm sorry, they went to New York to visit New York?
Yes, they went to visit
Okay,
New York.
all right.
September
Okay.
2001. They were in
Hey,
New York
what happened
City.
then, Tim?
He was laughing and laughing. These planes, he saw them fly into the towers. And Otis continued laughing and laughing. And this angry guy that was running away, he said, "Why are you laughing?" And this is terrible. And Otis points at a book he's reading, and for the man to look at what he's reading. And it's a picture. It's a history book, open to a picture of Pearl Harbor being bombed. And the guy's like, "What? Why are you laughing at that? That's not funny either." And Otis pulls out his headphones of his ears and he puts them on the guy's head. And this guy hears it was playing an audio of people talking about the Holocaust. And the guy's like, "What? This isn't funny. Why are you laughing about this?" And Otis just keeps laughing. And at this point, Loretta says, "I think we should get a divorce." And
As she should, yes, as well she should.
and Otis is laughing and laughing, and the camera zooms slowly down into his throat, and it just ends that way. And this movie's called Head Did Down Otis's Throat.
Wait, it's called what?
Head did down Otis's throat.
Oh, head, like head of the family.
Yeah, just ended with him laughing.
Wow. Yeah, that kind of started in one direction and then veered sharply to another. And then
It's him
kind of made no
laughing.
sense. Yeah, but like, yeah. But was people laughing?
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck.
You know what's weird? In your story, there was many people laughing. And in real life, there's nobody laughing.
They laughed. This has been a great episode.
Folks.
The ping and the pong, the tennis we play verbally.
Right. The ping and the pong, the tennis we play verbally. Folks, if you think this is a great episode, please write to us at SetiBimco@gmail.com.
Let me check the mail, George.
Let's see.
Let us see. Oh, I did want to, you know what? Mm-hmm. We have mail that I sent to you. You didn't comment on it.
Oh, I maybe missed it.
It's weird. So people, I get emails now and then from people saying, hey, want to help get your podcast around? Just give me write me back, pay me money. So I got a little email with our rankings, the top 3 keywords that people use when they get to Seti Bimco. And the top one is very odd. It's Stacy Connor mystery.
Yeah, and Connor, my name is George O'Connor.
I know.
It's spelled Connor, Conner. I'm O''Connor. So
Number 2 keyword, Karen Green facts. Karen Green was on the show once, 3-4 years ago. She
before I was a member of the show, she was a guest back when the original co-host was on. It was a different podcast entirely.
She's the head of the comics and cartoons library at Columbia, if I assume still.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a well-known comics scholar.
Number 4, Stacy Connor incident.
I like it. Skipped number 3, whatever the fuck that was.
I don't know. Kevin O'Connor's number 7, George. And at 55, revenge. That's what people are typing in. If I want to know the other ones, I think I got to write back and be like, yeah, let me give you my money.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell you what, weird, stupid bot that clearly isn't a human. Yeah.
But I thought that was funny. Kevin's not even your brother, your cousin.
Wait, what are you talking about, cousin?
No, Kevin O'Connor is a search. I'm just saying. That's not even your brother's name. Yeah. That's not even your cousin's name.
No Kevins in my family.
Nope. You won't allow it.
I just like that the bit when it says we have decent baseline traction, and they say, but decent is the enemy of successful. So we are officially, as dubbed by this fucking stupid bot, we are a decent podcast, but certainly not a successful one.
No.
And that's why we're ending in 3 episodes, everybody.
We're so successful.
We're so successful. How's that?
So is that it? So we just pick a new movie?
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun. I don't want it to end. It's been a good night. I even left out 2 lists, George.
Oh my! Thank God.
What did I leave out?
God damn it! You had 3 lists before we were 10 minutes into the movie. That was crazy.
Oh,
don't read them now, Tim. People want this to end.
Okay, I'll save them for next week.
Okay.
They had to go in at the right spot.
Yeah. You could record them after you get off the phone.
So, George, next week I get to choose.
Yes.
Whew. I think it was a few months ago, we watched a movie called The Devil's 5. It was about children.
Devil times 5, I think it was.
Oh, Devil times 5, about killer children.
Yep.
So what does Tubi show me there's another movie. Oh, I forgot to put the year. I think the year was in the 80s. But another movie about killer children, George. It's called Beware, Children at Play. It's on Tubi. It's from the 80s. Probably you're typing it in, so you'll just tell me.
I am.
Beware, Children at Play.
Beware, Children at Play, 1989.
Yeah.
A mentally disturbed teenager kidnaps or brainwashes children into cannibalistic psychopaths. Yes. But not when the adults intervene. This sounds awesome.
I hope so.
Yes.
I scanned through a few movies, and I've got so many to pick. Maybe the show can't be canceled.
It's a horror comedy.
Okay. I think that's why I was a little dubious, but I was like, okay.
This movie was a horror comedy, too, and this was a good one. So sometimes that works out well.
But I like it super bad.
I just typed in the image search, and it's a lot of pictures of little kids eating people, so it looks pretty good.
Okay. I want to get to Carnival of Blood. You were afraid of that one, but...
Yeah, it looks shitty. It looks real shitty. Do that a week when Kevin Cablasto's here.
Will he come by before it ends? I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Depends how much traveling I'm doing, I guess.
Uh-oh. All right. Is that it?
All right. That's it.
All right. Thanks for being
here.
Go
your own way, everybody.
Talk
Go
about
your
Conan.
own way. Rumors. Tusk.
This has been a Pity Party Line production.
It's a party line.
It's the Seti Bimco Show. John is one of your hosts, and Tim is the other. One is wacky, and one doesn't grasp the concept of tabletop hygiene. Let's see what trouble they get into this week.
She did have a new husband. No, she had a boyfriend named Carl, right?
She had a boyfriend named Carl. He had a...
They didn't get married.
I don't know if it was lung cancer. No, they did wind up getting married. And that was another thing that Esther Roll, she was very upset about the direction the show was going.
He disappeared at the next season, just like Richie's older brother in Happy Days.
What was Richie's older brother's name? Why is it?
I don't know, but he disappeared after one season.
He did disappear. What was his name? Chuck.
I think
was his name.
I think Maude had murdered him. That's what happened.
Chuck Cunningham. That was the older brother.
When they need to get rid of someone on the show, they just call Maude. Say,
they just call Maude. I think maybe she killed off Edith.
She might have.
Maybe Edith had. See, and they were going to tackle the theme of euthanasia, and maybe poor Edith had this like incurable disease, and Maude just came as an angel of mercy and just put her out of her misery. That was another proposed episode. I don't have the website handy where you can actually find these nuggets, but just trust me on this.
You've given me many nuggets.
Thank you.
I have so many nuggets to work with.